I felt the best way to open up the second part of the program is by letting the one person who works on his behalf more than anybody else, all the other activists combined, and who speaks with him, mamish, every day, up to the minute, who knows what's happening, Rabbi Pesach Lerner. B'vakasha.
Thank you, Shmuel. I want to congratulate the Feiglins, Manhigut, Yehudit, everybody. Wish you much hatzlacha on this dinner and your continued endeavors. Unfortunately, Jonathan Pollard keeps us all very busy. And I've told him that besides all the other reasons he needs to get out, as many of us have to go back to work. I saw Jonathan about 3.5 weeks ago. I speak to Jonathan often. I visit him often. I'm able to tell 1 second into a phone call how he's feeling. You may have read that lately he's not feeling so well. He's had numerous kidney stone operations, and unfortunately, they're reactive rather than proactive. They send him out of the hospital within 48 hours without medication. It's not a place to be. On the other hand, it's a miracle that after 27 years in prison, in some of the most difficult federal prisons, sometimes 6 floors underground, sometimes in a mental institution for the criminally insane, which he's not, sometimes in solitary confinement going back many years, that he's able, that he's bright as he is, and with it as he is, and sensitive as he is. Let me share with you a story which obligates each of us to do a lot more. We were there a couple months ago, a few of us. Jonathan was on special medication. I'm not familiar with it. One of the individuals with me was an EMT, and he commented to Jonathan, "Oh, that medication, you must have to drink a lot. And if you drink a lot, use the bathroom a lot. It's not an easy medication to take." And Jonathan answers, "Yes, Baruch Hashem, I have to take that medication." And we looked at him like, "Baruch Hashem, you had to take the medication?" And his response was, "Yes, because every time I need to take a drink of water, I need to make a bracha." There were 4 of us in the room, and we were awestruck that here's an individual under his conditions, but still, that's the focus, that is able to make a bracha. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told Jonathan, I've asked Jonathan, Emit Hashem, on his way to Eretz Yisrael, he'll detour for moments and speak at some yeshivot, at some schools, at some shuls, because the Mesirat Nefesh, the self-sacrifice he needs to have for kashrut, for Shabbos, for anything else, we can't even imagine. We're not discussing one pizza shop, one restaurant, melchik, feishik. We're discussing the fact that for a Pesach, normally he has 1 box of Manischewitz matzah for 8 days. This year he had no problem because for Pesach he was in the hospital and he was on a liquid diet. It's important not only to remember Jonathan. At the moment, there are a lot of things going on. You may have read Shimon Peres, President of Israel, is being awarded the Freedom Award by President Obama next week. The President of Israel has requested that before he gets his Freedom Award, there should be a Jew let free. The President Obama has not responded. We must continue our tefillos tomorrow morning or tonight at Ma'ariv when we say, we daven, Somech Nofli Matir Asurim. Keep Jonathan in mind. Add a Perek Tehillim to your tefillos. Just as important, tefillos is important. Keep him in mind. Whenever and wherever you find a political leader, ask him, Jonathan Pollard, what are you doing? when you speak to a religious leader, the heads of Jewish organizations, ask them the same question. And when they tell you, and if they tell you we're doing so much, tell them to put it on paper. Let's see the letter you've written to the president. Let's see the activities you've done. So I commend you for the activities you have on behalf of Eretz Yisrael. The activities Manhigut Yehudit is doing on behalf of Eretz Yisrael is extremely important. One day, halavai soon, Jonathan will be addressing this audience, but let me inform you, he's not going to do it in New York. He'll address your Israeli dinner. So again, we should mazel tov and hatzlacha rabba, and we should be zoicha soon to be able to celebrate with Jonathan ben Malka. Thank you.
Just please focus for 1 minute as I say this tefillah written by Rav Yonah Metzger, Chief Rabbi of Israel. Misha berach avotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Moshe, v'Aaron, David, u'Shlomo. Hu yivarech et Yehonatan ben Malka Pollard, asher pa'al rabot leman ha'am hayoshev b'Tzion. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmereu v'yatzileu mikol tzara v'tzukah u'mikol nega u'machala. Yotzienu b'mehera l'cherut olam v'zakehu la'alot. Amen. Please be seated.